At some point, someone taught you that strength and falling apart were opposites. That one canceled the other out. That if you were really strong, really resilient, there would be less of the breaking down, less of the shaking, less of the sitting on the bathroom floor at midnight for reasons you can't fully explain. And so you learn to treat those moments as evidence against yourself, as proof that you weren't as strong as you thought, as something to recover from quickly and quietly and preferably alone. But what if that's the thing that was wrong, not you? We've built a very specific picture of what a strong person looks like. They keep moving. They don't make it anyone else's problem. They process things privately, efficiently, and without too much visible disruption to the people around them. They get back to normal fast. They don't need too much time. And on the surface, that picture looks like resilience. But look closer, and what you're actually describing is someone who has learned to perform okayness so well that they've lost access to their own experience. That's not strength, that's management. And management has a ceiling. Because here's what happens when you manage instead of feel. The feeling doesn't go away. It just goes somewhere else. Into your sleep, into your patience, into the low-grade irritability that you can't quite explain, but everyone around you can feel. Into the sudden, disproportionate reaction to something small, because the small thing finally had enough company to push everything over. The philosopher Seneca wrote to his friend Lucilius about grief, specifically about the grief of losing someone close to him. And what's striking, reading it now, is how little he tries to argue himself out of it. He doesn't say, "I know this is irrational, so I will eliminate the feeling." He says, "I felt it. It moved through me. I let it." And then he goes back to his life. That sequence, feel it, let it move, continue, is almost nothing like the version of Stoicism most people have absorbed. It's not suppression, it's not performance, it's just honest engagement with something real, followed by the choice to keep going. The keeping going didn't require skipping the feeling, it came after it. There's a particular kind of loneliness in being someone others consider strong. People stop checking in. They assume you're fine because you seem fine. They bring you their problems because you handle yours so well. And somewhere in that dynamic, you lose the permission to not be fine, to be the one who needs something. And so, strong people often fall apart in private, in the car, in the early hours of the morning when nobody's watching. Not because they don't need witnesses, but because they've spent so long being the witness for everyone else, that asking to be seen themselves feels like a betrayal of who they're supposed to be. But needing to be witnessed isn't weakness. It's one of the most human things there is. Here's what falling apart and being strong actually have in common. They both require you to be present with something that's hard. Falling apart, when you let yourself do it fully and honestly, takes a kind of courage that performing strength never asks of you. It means admitting to yourself, and sometimes to someone else, that something landed, that it mattered, that you are, in fact, affected by your own life. That's not the opposite of resilience. That's the foundation of it. Because the people who recover most completely from difficult things are rarely the ones who felt the least. They're the ones who let themselves feel it without making the feeling the final word, who cried about the thing, and then, eventually, weren't only defined by the thing. The invitation isn't to fall apart more. It's to stop treating it as evidence that you're failing at being strong. You're allowed to be someone who handles hard things well and still finds some of them genuinely hard. You're allowed to be the person people lean on and still need somewhere to lean yourself. You're allowed to be resilient, genuinely, deeply resilient, and still have nights that undo you a little. The falling apart and the getting back up aren't competing. They're the same story,